Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from Gold Squadron Flight Club. Super excited to be here. We'll break down our list building here in a minute, but before we do that, my co-commentator for this round is
Nick Tobin.
That's right, the one and only. So, Nick, our players here today were given 2 ships, and I said, listen, you got to face off E-Wings versus TIE aggressors. Do it. What list did they decide to bring?
All right, on the left, we have Corrin Horn, whose special pilot ability will allow him to do a bonus primary attack at Initiative 0. He is equipped with Elusive, Advanced Sensors, Chopper Astromech, and spare parts. Chopper is a nice way to get a cheap regen here. We have a Naked AP5 and a Leia in the Falcon with K2SO to try to provide some action efficiency for his list. On the right, we have the Empire, equipped with 2 Signer Specialists, one with an ion cannon turret and veteran turret gunner, the other with a concussion missiles. And we have some Baby Force Yoda users here, Darth Vader with afterburners for some more mobility, and the Grand Inquisitor.
That's so cute. Awesome. All right, so here's my question to you, Nick. If you were playing Choose Your Champion right now, who are you choosing?
Ooh, that is a very tough call. I mean, my heart says E-Wing, but I'm really interested to see what these specialists have to bring to the table here, and I was always a fan of the Inquisitor in 1.0.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see Benjamin bring 2 different flavors of Signar Specialists. So you have the Ion Cannon Veteran Turret Gunner version, but then he also brought concussion missiles. So it's kind of a dual threat. You don't really want to get in range 1 because that makes that Ion Cannon pretty scary, and then the concussion missile could also do some work.
Yes, it can, Dion. I mean, I think he's really trying to leverage that double tap ability with that Veteran Turret Gunner in this case.
Mm-hmm. Now, Corrin Horn is a ship that so many people want to be good because of how popular and powerful it was in first edition, but we really haven't seen it grow. I mean, I think it has a couple of issues when it comes to linked actions where it doesn't have a reposition into focus since it already can start with the target lock for free. What else do you think is holding it back?
Well, the point cost itself is a little excessive. For the cost of Corrin, you can fit a lot more in your list. I mean, Luke Skywalker already a few points less than Corrin already brings a lot to the table.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, and he gets the Force.
2 at that.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I do like his flying here right now. Ability to take advanced sensors, get that action, and even do a red maneuver followed on the next turn with Leia's ability. Corrin's basically always taking an action every turn, no matter what.
Yeah, Kent definitely has all the tools to get it done. By the way, Kent, another Chicago area local, another one of my guys. So we'll see how he does here. Be able to talk some trash if he does bad. And he's got AP5 there as well. I'm excited to see what shenanigans he can pull off there with the coordinates. Awesome support ship.
Which I don't think you can actually underestimate. That coordinate can really put ships in a position that your opponent may not expect.
Yep. And also the fact that he can coordinate stress ships. So right there you see Corrin being able to get that evade, leaving him calculate from K2SO plus the evade and Corrin's own ability and advance. He won't be able to advance sensors this turn, but I mean, still, has all the options.
No, but that advanced sensor is not necessary in this case, Dion. If he can line that bullseye up with the lock, he could take that red signer off on the opening engagement.
That sounds good. And looks like, oh man, the bullseye. I don't know if it's on. I think it's a little bit to the left right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and depends on if tabletop includes that line itself.
Whoa.
But even getting that range 1 is very helpful here.
The Leia move there, little scary, The 2 hearts should keep her on the board. Well, that is
If it does stay on, it's
gutsy
just
card.
barely.
That is a gutsy call. But I think that's the goal here. Is just rid the world of that red Sinar. Like ion cannon, no thank you.
Yeah. But I mean, we haven't seen Vader go yet, and that afterburners. Oh no.
Oh, self-blocked. I don't think that was a tactical bump. I think that was an accident.
Yes.
Vader does not have any shots. I think we're to Leia. Or Corrin. Sorry,
Right,
Corrin's
looks like
initiative
Leia's gonna have
5
some
too.
range 2 shots. There we go. They're in the dice box now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Leia is taking a shot at the red Signer and taking a reroll for a hit and a crit. Signer red gets 1 evade for a shield. Cornhorn's going to follow up. Good roll. Hit, crit, crit. And re-roll for that hit. That's what you want to see. And that's a Signer off the board.
I think that was super effective.
That's what the Rebels want to see on an opening engagement. Now I think the yellow sign, the Inquisitor's going next here.
Yeah, should have a shot here.
Oh, I think it's best to take that shot on AP5.
I think you're right.
You've got a Cornhorn with 3 mods. You're not going to be touching him.
No, you're not. No, excuse me, 4 mods because the Cloud 2. So yeah, this is going on to AP5. three hits.
Oh, that's really good. We've got 1 hull damage going through on AP5 there.
You know, every damage counts there, and especially AP5 is a is a facilitator, right? It really allows you to do some crazy stuff.
Here we got the Signer going on. I did not see who the target shot is, but it looks like it might be Corrin with the 3 greens there.
Mm-hmm. Safe.
As we would expect to see, even with that evade token there.
Whoops.
I think this next round is going to be the most important.
All right, everybody at home, I did fix that aggressor. Sorry, I had the wrong colors assigned to the wrong ship. Should be good now. Did AP5 shoot? I don't think so.
AP5 did not.
Come on, Kent. You can't forget shots. They caught it. They caught it.
It's alright. AP5 only rolls hits anyways.
It's true. There it is. 1.
Safe.
So what? So does Leia hard 2 to the left just to avoid the block? Like, does he even have the room to do to the left? I guess if you have the room to not fly off the board to the left, you should be able to do 2 hard 2s and be fine.
Depends on where that block would go. I mean, if the yellow signer can get in the right position, then Leia's definitely going to go off next turn. But if he goes in the wrong place, that 2 hard will just allow him on the following turn to stay on that board. But even if you go 2 hard left, I don't like that positioning where Leia goes, and she may just go off the board again next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the opening maneuvers, you only hope that Leia's been practicing these maneuvers. But one thing I think we might want to consider here is that AP5 can still pass a coordinate here.
Can. Now that could set up Corrin into some really awesome spots.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
All
Vader
right,
can come in really hard here.
I think K2SO trigger first.
Give that free calculate.
Fastwalk Zero in the chat asking me where I bought my shirt. My wife bought it for me. I don't know. I think it was T-Turtle. All right, but looks like he does have a range for calculate. Sorry, for
coordinate.
Coordinate, yes.
Here we go. There's that 2 straight from the signer, setting up that block for the right turn. But depending on that angle, that could actually keep Leia on the board.
I'm super curious. Let's.
There's the 2 hard, and Leia's off the board.
No!
No, so close.
Rip.
That was a healthy K2SO and Leia there. I'm sure they're really sad.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can't why? Can't why?
But maybe it was all part of the game. He only needs Corrin Horn.
That's right. Listen, I only need Corrin to win. Now here's
nice
the
block
thing.
There.
All right, so there you're taking away a shot. Vader might lose some points here.
Trading shots with Corrin Horn, who has regen, and I think it might be best just to pass this one up and maybe even consider that barrel roll to the left to stay away from Corrin. Otherwise, you're going to go through that gas cloud next turn. Agreed.
But you know, you can choose violence. I think that's that's the theme.
You did take that.
And oh, boo! That's all right. AP5. AP5's gonna wreck him. Range 1. Get some shields. Actually, that is 100% the correct
AP5.
choice.
Hero for the rebels. You know, I recently just finished watching Rebels.
Ah, it's very good.
I did not see it when it first premiered.
Same here. Yeah, I watched it. I missed the first season and a half, and then I was like, oh wait, I should probably be watching this. Corrin, no shot. All
right, here we got AP5, that range 1 on Vader.
3 dice with a calculate. AP5 is going to inventory him to death. For those of you who don't know, AP5 was an inventory droid who got convinced
Originally
to join.
Imperial.
Yeah, an Imperial inventory droid. Not sure what the stoppage in play is about.
I don't think they can hear each other. Oh, we got dice going.
Oh,
one out of the
one,
box.
2. Reroll.
They're going to re-roll that one? Guess not. Oh, see if they re-roll that one die. There they go. So we got the 1 hit, 1 eye, and then going for the re-roll. And
There
even
you
better,
go.
crit.
Yeah.
No point in not spending that calculate there.
Hit,
Vader.
hit, crit. No,
Natty.
Natties!
The Dark Lord does what he does best.
You know, I didn't expect Vader to take damage in a normal circumstance there, but it definitely went from like, oh, there's a chance to, oh, never mind.
Never mind. Hey, did Vader even set up a lock last turn? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. I think he chose. Oh, really?
Yeah, he just barrel rolled and spent the force for the focus.
Huh. Yep.
But
probably just didn't want to be down a force in this upcoming turn.
that, and he's probably afraid of that spare parts as well. But even setting up a block on AP5 could help him take him off the board this turn.
Yep. And it's important to remember that those Sheathopedes do have a back arc. It's very easy to forget about that one because you don't see them on the table too often.
We got a target lock going from the Cyanir onto AP5. He wants to try to get rid of that coordinate efficiency there before he can help Korn anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Also remember that Cyanir has concussion missiles, so if that does hit, that card will flip.
All right, will Corrin be able to do some work here? Might be able to catch the Grand Inquisitor in that bullseye, which could be bad.
We got a 2 Talon from the Grand Inquisitor.
Ooh, that is gutsy.
Yeah, relying on the Force there. And that 4K from Vader.
So Benjamin really choosing to be aggressive in this one. Vader gets a shot first. He's only rolling 2 dice because no target lock out there.
And it looks like, well, we don't know if he's going to go for AP5 or Korn here. I think AP5 might be the better choice. But he may want to try to strip that focus off Horn.
Mm-hmm. Crit. All right. And the gas cloud says, no, thank you.
On AP5. We got Corn Horn shot on the Inquisitor, range 2. Not
trying to do some work here.
That's really good, but I don't know if you can afford to spend that focus. But he might. Still debating it.
Yep. And he's going to spend the focus.
For a hit crit. 3 greens from the Grand Inquisitor. That's the best roll you could get. But can the Grand Inquisitor return any damage onto Corrin Horn here? I mean, this is your chance to even plink a shield.
Is he... I wonder if he's going to actually spend the force to get the third die. I don't generally think it's worth it when you have only 1 force up.
Yeah, 1 force up and no mod to back it up.
Worked out.
But he does get that shield.
He's got elusive, though. Will he use it? He does. Oh!
It's worth a shot. Now, it's important to note here, he can get that shield back with the Tropper Droid, but it will take 2 turns to set that up.
Yep. Can you go ahead and talk us through that exchange? Because there might be somebody who's not following.
Yes, I can. So the elusive, which the player just used, allows them to reroll 1 defense die. But it's important to note that the elusive is not a recurring charge. It can recover, though, on a red maneuver. The Chopper Astrogdroid, as an action, can spend 1 non-recurring charge from another equipped upgrade to recover 1 shield. So that can either be on the elusive after a red maneuver, after 2 turns of setting up, or from that spare parts canister. So it's a nice cheeky 2-point way to get, or 4-point method of getting regen on an A ship. Especially when it would normally cost 9 points.
Now, AP5 taken down to 1 hull in that exchange after the concussion missile. And whiffs there. That was a weapons failure on AP5.
Out of the rear arc.
You know, sometimes these games happen. You lost an important piece early in the game. I'm sure Kent's going to want an opportunity to wash this bad taste out of his mouth after flying Leia off the board.
Yeah, just imagine what Leia could be doing right now if she was still on. I mean, just that 3-die gun attack would help immensely.
Fast Walk Zero in the chat says, can Corrin do it? C-3PO, what are the odds?
3,720 to 1.
Low.
That Ion on AP5 is also not good because he doesn't even have access to that focus action, and he will not be able to coordinate anything to Corrin Horn.
Which that's why you bring AP5 is to coordinate. So you're 100% in the losing column there.
Yeah, I think we can expect the Grand Inquisitor to follow AP5 here and finish him off. And probably that Signer trying to set up a block on the Corrin Horn for Vader to go 1 straight here and set up that lock focus range 1.
Roger feels bad.
There we have our Ion maneuver. Have that Signer trying to set up any sort of 1 bank or 1 straight on Corrin Horn, but that really blocks him for anything that the Grand Inquisitor can do.
Corrin is going to attempt a Advanced Sensors boost over the Signar, and it missed.
I think that'll make it. Ooh, just barely. And there's this 3 sloop to try to go right where the Grand Inquisitor was.
Yep. I mean, he's going right now. He's got to take risk begets risk, right? He's got to try some crazy stuff in order to try to get ahead. Ooh, interesting. Where did that Inquisitor land? Is that in the bullseye?
That is in the bullseye. I mean, I did like the Corrin's Horn maneuver there. That boost 3 sloop would have put him right behind all the Imperials. But it's just unfortunate the Signer blocked him.
Vader take a strain.
Vader's just trying to play defensively right now, just staying away from Corrin until he can get those locks set up. But we do have a range 1 through a gas cloud.
Yep, he's going to take it on Corrin and probably just spends the force here. There's no reason not to.
For 2.
Oh,
safe.
Yeah, just roll. Natty's in the chat, please.
Corrin Horn's going to take that range 1 bullseye onto Grand Inquisitor. 4 red dice.
And Inquisitor's going to use his ability to reduce the range 1
bonus
attack
for only 1 hit. With 1 evade. Now, I don't think you spend your force here to... Yeah, you got to save it even no matter what you roll, because that threat of a double tap here. Wait, did we miss the Grand Inquisitor shot?
Yes.
I think he got excited to fire those concussions.
Yeah.
Looks like we only got 1 hit, 2 hits maybe there. And 1 evade. So that should take AP5 off the board.
Mm-hmm.
With a panicked at the same time. He's panicking.
Panic droid.
I think they're realizing that they missed the Grand Inquisitor, so they're stepping it back. It would not have changed anything that's happened so far. I don't know. I think he needs to save that force.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he is going to do the Corrin.
The double tap. He should get 4 dice unless the... Yep, there it is.
Oh,
Corrin Horn gets 1 hit. And 1 hit.
Kent, this is not your day. Today is not your day. Man, so the story of this game, I think, when we reflect on it, is the idea of the positioning that Kent had early. I really liked it. I mean, if you have Leia over a couple of centimeters, this game is completely different because now Vader is being flanked by a Falcon. Corrin has more room to move around because now Benjamin has to think about other ships as well. Just flying a ship off the board can really, really change the way a game flows.
It can also affect the player and their future decisions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just being tilted. I know that's something that a lot of people don't know that word, but just if you're feeling negative about the game, right? You're like, oh, I'm going to lose. You might not necessarily make the best decisions to give you the best chance to win. You might not necessarily be pursuing that, best case scenario. And then Kent essentially needed a little bit of luck here. I mean, let's go down the timeline where Corrin does, hit crit into the Grand Inquisitor twice, takes it off the board, and now you got Corrin, who potentially could have all of his health, versus Vader and a Signar. That's a different game.
It very much is so. And here we have spare parts being dropped on the Grand Inquisitor.
There we go. Oh, wrong one. We need a smaller one.
If only we could use the bigger one. Oh, and he's going to go through it twice.
Oof, double stress coming in.
I mean, getting 2 crits rolled here would actually put him back ahead in this game. Nope. That was a miss on the debris roll. Now, that did cost Khorne his action.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a good maneuver. Yeah.
That is a 2 white straight, friends, because he was stressed while revealing a red maneuver.
Which I think they're trying to reset. There we go.
And that's a second stress as well. Khorne hoping for a crit.
Oh. So tempting.
I will say, Nick, that is the first time I've seen spare parts used on the table.
Oh no, we're all flying over debris clouds.
Vader threw debris and an asteroid.
I guess the strain was first, and then the rock damage was second. So that's 1 shield off of Vader. And no shots except from the Pioneer.
The hero of the Empire, apparently. This would be just a 2-die primary coming in from the Pioneer going into Khorne. Because there's no target locks on the board.
We got 2 dice. There we go. For 2 eyeballs.
Snake eyes. Well, you know what? For Kent, that is an amazing turn. Double stress the Inquisitor, didn't take any damage. Vader on a rock, not getting shot. I mean, what else could you ask for? Like that is that is a string of unfortunate events. Yeah.
But I think that's the break he needed here to try to figure out how to now get back into this fight. I mean, Vader, he's going to want to clear that stress, so he's more than likely not going to do a 2 hard left next turn. So if Kent can get Khorne turned around, he might be able to take the Pioneer off the table before Vader can get back in this game.
One at a time. That's how you got to do it.
Or does the Imperial player just go all in right here and just keeps the guns and pressure on Khorne? Because that 1 hard from the Inquisitor, phenomenal dial, will allow him to keep that pressure.
Mm-hmm. And another obstacle hit. What is...
Are we supposed to hit them or avoid them?
This is the way? I don't know.
This is the way. And it was a miss for the die roll. Got a 1 bank from the Inquisitor, not going too hard in. Looks like we had to reverse it. Probably, yeah, because Khorne didn't decide on the boost yet. And he's linking that into a target lock. Which can only be taken on targets at range 2 or more. Due to the ship ability.
Uh-huh. Vader 2 bank will be able to clear both of those red tokens.
I think we need to back up and do the Grand Inquisitor here.
Yeah. There you go. It wouldn't affected it. Is Khorne getting a shot here?
I don't think anyone's getting a shot here. This
just a bit outside. These guys just don't want to roll dice today, I guess.
They are rolling dice from the rocks.
from the rocks. Over under
But now Vader.
on number of obstacles hit this turn. 1.5. 0.5. We'll make it 0.5. I think you got a guaranteed one for Sayonara. Yes, you have a guaranteed rock hit. So I'm setting the line at 1.5. Are you taking the over or the under?
I want to take the over.
What about you, chat? Number of obstacles hit this turn, setting the line at 1.5.
Well, if you're going to go through it, you might as well turn the way that you need to keep the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
With a crit.
Shield
that is
down.
Shield down.
There you go. There's the one. That was guaranteed.
Warren going soft here. Try to probably set up and maybe barrel roll out.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if maybe he can also just catch the Inquisitor going fast.
I mean, if the Inquisitor does a one bank, it'll be blocked, but even a hard one, I believe he'll stay out of the arc. If not, a bump.
Just focusing.
What can we expect? 3 Talon from Vader coming up. There's that hard one bump.
Yeah, that barrel roll, I'm sure Kent was probably thinking about the barrel roll to the right there in order to give him the positioning to hard one the next turn, but it was too risky to take the shot, or to possibly take a shot.
And we had Vader go over that debris cloud again. So
Boom!
Another obstacle, right?
Over wins. The over wins. You guys get 3 pats on the back from yourself, not from me. But they're yours. You won them.
But I think it's still okay. Vader is now getting behind Corran Horn.
Somebody asked, "What if we get the ops? If ships get halved by the obstacles, I'll do a special giveaway. How about that?"
How many ships?
How many ships?
Halved?
2.
Over or under?
If exactly 2 or more get halved by obstacles, we'll do a special giveaway.
All right, let's just hope the Inquisitor does a 2 hard left.
This is where they bamboozle and they're like,
He's going to hopefully take that. Yep, he's taking that target lock to get those concussion missiles ready. Oh, there's another obstacle.
Going over the bamboozle.
With another
That's a
shield
crit.
off. But he does get that elusive back, which is very important so he can start getting that regen. But I don't like that maneuver for next turn. I mean, if he wants to clear that stress, I think he may be going back over that same rock again. Nope. Another obstacle.
What is
Half
happening?
points. Who put that there? Yeah, he's trying all positions to try to see if he can get off. Eyeball.
You know what? All these games can't be highlight reels in the positive way. Some of them got to be bad.
I can only imagine they're having a fun time too, though, laughing about flying over the rocks.
I'm sure they're having a good time.
Vader is still stressed after that 3 hard, so he will not get any action.
Vader target lock averse in this game.
Got a range 3 shot on Corn Horn, but only 2 dice. Oh, he missed one of the third one. Here we go. For a hit crit eyeball, that's really good. That will, with the force mod, be a hit crit. Oof. That is a no defense rolls there.
He's got elusive.
Can he
try to get one?
He got the one. At least that it will let him live for one more round. It's actually devastating there. Now hard 1s and 2s and 3s are all red.
Mm-hmm. Corrin, 2-hole left. Debating on the shot right now.
I don't know which one's better here. I mean, Vader's down that damage already.
It's going on the Inquisitor here. Hit, crit.
Get that 4th die for that range 3.
It's taking one.
That's a shield. I mean, Corrin doesn't have many options here. Any straight or bank maneuvers going over that rock, you run the risk of hopefully not rolling that direct hit. But I think his only way to get past this is just go straight through it and hopefully get a double tap on that Inquisitor.
This is true. And one thing I want I see the commentary in the chat. So here's the thing, right? It takes one move from one player. So for instance, Kent flew the Falcon off the board. And what that did there, it made it so that Kent had to now take a bunch of risky moves in order to have an opportunity to win. But it also opened it up for Benjamin, where it's like, it doesn't, for him, it's he can be risky with less consequences, essentially. So, took a lot of risks, and that's what we're seeing. We are reaping the entertainment of said risks. No damage there.
For another round so far.
Ooh.
That's perfect.
Corrin liked that.
He has to boost to get out of that arc.
He should just stay right there. Choose violence.
Choose violence for Horn?
Vader, no bump there.
We have another reset round, which is really good. I mean, he just needs time to try to get those shields back up before he comes back in.
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to go maybe 3, but he can't do those hard turns, though. So it's going to have to stick to those banks or straights, and I think right here we could see maybe a 5 straight, or... Do they have a 5 straight, the E-Wings?
The E-Wings, they used to. Let's take a look at the dial. 5 white straight.
They do. Five straight might get him right past that debris cloud and enough time to reset.
How many of the obstacles have they hit? Have they hit them all? It's except for the little mustache on the top left, right?
Yes, they have not hit that smiley mustache yet.
All right. If they hit the if one of Ben's ships hits the mustache somehow they get in that corner, I'll give away a Galactic Championship T-shirt today, right now.
Horn's choosing violence with a Focus Advanced Sensors 3 sloop.
But of course, it wouldn't make any sense for him to fly over there, though. So.
Now, I
All right,
think
Vader
Corn
out.
Horn has that range 3, but no bullseye, unfortunately.
Oof. Yeah, no bullseye.
3 red dice onto 3 greens.
One, spend the focus for 2.
Spend it for 2.
Taking 1.
Pioneer takes 1.
1 away from half there.
No shot from the Inquisitor. Probably arc dodge the Pioneer there. And we're back to dials.
Corrin needs 1 good turn against Vader to flip this game. You ace Vader, stay alive somehow, and you finish out the game versus the Inquisitor and the Scion. That's the win condition.
We'll see. Well, we know Corn's going to be banking in this turn, but that Pioneer may be trying to set that block up.
Mm-hmm.
Say maybe 3 bank barrel roll. Just to make sure Horn can't go any faster and set up those range bonuses for the Inquisitor and Vader. We got a 2 hard. Choosing to take that focus. Now that will clear the stress. That is literally almost right on that nub there.
So we got a little conga line there.
Except the Grand Inquisitor and Vader get their actions. I don't know, Horn needs to get some natties here.
Just roll natties. We need chat. You got to will it. You got to will it.
Vader gets a single crit. Rerolls 1. Spend that lock. And a force for a hit crit. Elusive. But he takes that crit.
Direct
the
hit.
hits.
All right.